There's no way that's not frozen.
Not sure I'd put a bike on it.
You don't think? Nope.
As per, I put off changing the tires over for the studded tires for the winter for a little too long, which means the garage got cold and the tires got hard. So it's time to bring them downstairs, crank up the heat, and get this done. Started the first quarter off, then these little ones are handy.
Dang.
Hey, welcome back. So this is the first ride of 2024, which is probably a surprise to you as much as it is to me. But here we are, 2024. Where does the time go? This ride here is really just a maintenance day. We're out on the trail trying to clear it up after some storm damage. There's a lot of trees down, and on this ride, we're going to spend quite a bit of time chunking up some logs and trees and getting them off the trail. And this is the first one we're going to have to deal with.
Oh, baby, yeah. So that is part of our trail that got pulled up there with the root ball of that tree. So trying to take the tree off and hopefully the root ball settles back in.
Well, that worked out all right. It's a pretty sketchy cut, just because it's a bit of a hanging tree, and it's a fairly large tree, so there's a lot of stored energy in it. You don't want to be under it when it hits the ground. You don't want to be in its way if it rolls off to one side, and, well, it's the side you're standing on with a chainsaw in your hand. So good on Lance for not dying, and we'll just keep putting him to work.
Sec.
All right. I think Lance is getting a little tired of pulling out the chainsaw, and I don't blame him. It's been quite a bit of work today. I think we've done at least 20 trees at this point, and we've got a few more to go yet.
Oh man.
Nobody's been through here.
No. Wait, I got something for you. Scotch.
Alright, that little flask of scotch has been carried with me for some time now, and kind of like the Struggle Bunny, it does help occasionally when you need a little pick-me-up, especially after you've hacked your way through a bunch of trees and it's cold outside and you'd rather be riding. Yeah, we're hoping this is the last of it. We've been cutting pretty steady to open up the trails. It was quite a bit of damage. In fact, Lance was saying this is probably the most damage that he's seen in the years that he's lived up here.
Oh well, let's hope we make it to the road with no more.
The road we're trying to make it to is McLeod Hill Road, which is not that far in front of me. Unfortunately, not that far in front of me is also these two down trees, so we got a little more cutting to do yet.
Oh, fuck! I had to say it, eh?
Yeah. Isn't that the road right there?
There's two of them. There's two.
All right. Go till I'm out of gas, I guess.
It was a bit of a slog. We had to cut through quite a bit. I'm surprised how much trail damage there is. Anyway, we're not going to cross over to McLeod Hill. We're just going to call it. Made it here to the pavement and opened her up pretty good.
Yes, we did. We opened up quite a bit here. And like I said, Scott and Lance were out yesterday and did quite a bit of cutting, and we did a bunch more today, which is good because ultimately these trails are what we're going to run the skidoos on to drag the groomer, and the groomer is going to beat down the trail so we can run the dirt bikes, because it's all about dirt biking no matter the season.
All ass on them. Plus you get this.
What I'm saying there is that although it's cold, it's not deep freeze where everything is totally frozen. So some of those muddy holes are still open, and if you come blasting along here and drop your front end into one, you might find yourself going over the bars.
Whew. Dang, that feels good.
Yeah.
That's a fun section.
Sure does. It's nice to get out on the bikes. It's been a little while, and I don't know if it showed up here in this video, but if you had an eagle eye and you were looking at the dash of my bike, you might see that it was throwing a code. And my bike is indeed throwing a code. Then my venerable 2019 XCW that's run so great forever, and is still running great, for whatever reason is throwing a code. I suspect maybe one of the relays might have a bit of corrosion on it, so I'll fix that up. However, we do get out again, in fact today being the 5th, and I'll throw that video up later on. But that's about it for this one.
Is it?
I don't want to go cut a hole in that and see how deep it is, Dave. I want to go check it out. It'll probably be frozen solid. Nope.